Okay, so once again, let's take a look at this now. The ranged offense is 18,000, kind of high, but not as bad as it could have been because those are all expensive tanks. A little bit more expensive actually, which is the reliable and steadfast, the heavy tanks. Fast movers, again, this is a killer deal, 11,000. That turns out to be basically what, 38 and change. Or just, no, I'm sorry, 36.66 each. Very good deal. Terrific light tanks. If you need 3 light tanks like that, it's good. Now, also, I'll cover the refunds in a second. Multitaskers. Yeah, those are those medium tanks. All very good. Not too bad. Like I said, it's 4,400 average each tank. That's not bad. Heavy clippers, kind of expensive, So 58.66, something like that, average each. A tad pricey, but this is absolutely the killer bargain. The 3 Tigers. Now, again, so this one would be 27 and 27.66 average each. Now, also got to remember, you're getting the garage slots for each one of those tanks. So here's the dealio. Now, if you own any of these tanks, however, it doesn't matter however you own them. But let's just go, for example, the easiest one to do would be probably the fast movers, right? No, that's not the easiest. There you go, 4,400 each. Okay, so this is basically, it's an even number. Now you're going to get the garage slots. You're always going to get 3 garage slots. So if you own 2 of these tanks, it wouldn't cost you 4,400. It would cost you 4,400 for the tank and the garage slot, which would be 1/3 ballpark. The tanks are going to be different prices. I'm just trying to make it simple. But you're still going to be charged for the other garage slots. So it would be 4,400 plus a couple of hundred ballpark. Okay, like 150 each, so it'd be 300. So it should be about 4,700. Now again, there's one of these tanks will be more expensive, one will be a little slightly cheaper, but they're averaging 4,400. So we're just going with an average. So what happens is, let's say you owned 2 of these multitaskers. All right, let's say for whatever reason you didn't own, let's just go with the top one, which is the Draugen. So you say, well, if I buy this, I'm going to be stuck with those tanks. No, which you already have, which you're not. You're going to get a gold refund for those tanks. But you're going, one of my friends asked me this question, and I told him, I said, you're going to have the upfront price, $13,200, to buy it. You have to buy it, and what will happen is they'll charge you $13,200, and then they're going to gold refund you for the 2 tanks that you already had. And we're just going to keep it simple. So it would be like, well, it's actually $4,250 for each tank and then $150 for each garage slot ballpark. So basically you'd be looking at $4,250 twice would be $8,500 refunded. So if you owned 2 of those tanks and you were getting one, it'd be $13,200 minus $8,500, but it'll depend. So you're looking at basically 85 would be 15, 1,500 plus 3,200 to be 4,700 is what it would basically boil out, ballpark out to be for the one tank. But you'd have to have the upfront 13,200. If you only had 5,000 and it was going to cost you less, you got a problem because you got to have the 13,200 up front. That's the sticking point. And then they're going to refund you back. Now, it'll be slightly different, but I'm just giving you the ballpark numbers. Just you're going to get a gold refund for what you own. Okay. I can't buy any of these and get a gold refund because the ones that I have all 3. like I have the 3 Tigers and I have the Fast Movers. I'm not in need of Tier 8 tank destroyers, so I'm not interested in this. And that's the thing that I also want to mention. For example, I have the T-103 Soviet, but I don't have the Bison version. I have the regular version. I don't need the Bison. It's just a cosmetic. So it would still cost me the regular price to get it. I would not get a refund, even though I have a version that's exactly the same tank except for the cosmetics. The Rheinmetall Iron Rain, great tank. I already have a Rheinmetall Scorpion. I don't need an Iron Rain. So I have this tank more or less, some version that's very similar. Killer Tier 8 German tank destroyer. So the Audace tank, again, I have the one that came from the season, which was the KJ Panzer 105. That is a 10,000 gold tank. These are all basically the same type of tank, tomato. I already have a version of each of these 3 tanks. I'm not collecting tanks outside of the Tigers, okay? I wanted the Tigers, that's okay. But the rest of the stuff, I don't collect it. So I have one of each of these. I don't need this. That's just me. Now, if you want to get those, you think they're awesome, and they are, that's fantastic. I'm not telling you what to do. I'm just giving you an idea of why I do what I do. I don't need any more heavy tanks, and I don't need any more medium tanks. I got plenty of those. You don't really need that many, again, unless you have a real affinity for it, which is fantastic. So this will help you maybe decide on what you should get, if any. Get the things that you need, or get the things that you want and like. Whatever. If you enjoy playing heavy tanks or medium tanks, then by all means get those. You know, do what's going to bring you the most fun. You know, like I said, now I can't own any of these tanks. Well, I could. I mean, I can't. Not that I can't own them. I'm just not interested in heavies. I don't need any more heavies. I got that tank of the month, which was the Scourge. I like that tank. That's awesome. I'd say instead of these heavy tanks, go check out Tank of the Month. Go check out my video on the Tank of the Month Scourge. That tank is awesome. Maybe these tanks are awesome too. I don't know. But that's Tank of the Month is $10. You can't beat that price, okay? It's just that simple. You know, $10 of gold is essentially like 1,700 gold. So you're not going to buy one of those tanks for 1,700. But you could buy that Scourge for 1,700, and it's freaking awesome. It speaks for itself. So that's the kind of thing, you know, everyone's different. So I'm not telling you, I can't cover one size fits all. I give you information to allow you to tailor it for yourself and go, you know, this works for me. This is a good idea. Okay, whatever. And if you're a newer player, it helps to let you know you don't need to get every tank. Get what you can get good deals. You know, if you're a younger guy or someone who has less experience in this game, you're like, man, I want those Tigers. They're awesome. You want all of those tanks. Well, you can't buy them all. I mean, I guess you could, but it's real expensive. There's no need to buy them all. Get what you really enjoy. You know, start small and you can work your way up. I didn't start out with over 100 premium tanks. I picked up a lot of freebies, some, you know, cheap ones that came from the seasons, et cetera, et cetera. Got some from long haul cards. There's always to get premium tanks. You don't have to go and just buy them. But these deals are bargains. You can get some great deals here. If this stuff fits for you, it's awesome. If it, you know, it's like, well, then don't do it. So I just wanted to give you information to let you know. I mean, all of these are good tanks. It's just, you know, which glove fits you the best. So, I mean, I'd be happy to buy those Tigers or those light tanks if that was my only option, because, like I said, that Holland Hund, you won't see that again, basically, unless it comes in a card randomly or a season, which I don't think it will happen. I think that is really just a card or a sale or a Halloween giveaway. So it's terrific if that's what you want. I mean, that's the things that stand out the most. The Holland Hund has a 50% commander experience bonus every game. If you don't have one of those, the Panzer 38H has the same bonus. I have a video that you can check out on how to get the Panzer 38H for free. That'll help you. It's got the same exact bonus, except that's a tier 2 tank, and the Holland Hund is a tier 8. The advantage of the Panzer 38H, you don't have to play tier 10 matches. And a tier 2 match actually goes at a faster speed. So I can run easily 10 or 12 38H games an hour and get that 50% bonus every time I finish the game. On a Holland Hund, those games usually end to the point where you get about 8 of those matches per hour, and sometimes less. So you're not going to get as many games. Now, if you're a terrific light tank player like myself, the Holland Hund is really good. So it just all depends. You want what you're looking for in the experience of running the tank. But if you're in it for business, get that 38H for free by looking at my other videos, and you can find it there. It's like it takes 2 minutes to get it. You don't know signups. Just go get that 38H for free and get the 50% commander bonus for the rest of your tank playing days. I mean, every long haul Tuesday, I start running 38Hs because I'm making nasty commander experience points. So this pretty much covers all of this that you need to see. So hopefully you enjoyed this. Hopefully I told you some stuff that will help you out, give you the chance to make better decisions, save your gold, and use it more efficiently. So please like this video. Please subscribe. Tell your friends so they can see it. I got more stuff coming. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you guys later.